You want a salsa matcha, but it gets complicated with so many ingredients. Let me show you how to make a very easy, simple to do salsa matcha. We're going to start off with 1 head of garlic here. And using a very cheesy editing trick here, we're going to peel the garlic. I will add this to my food processor. Now, if you don't have a food processor, that is okay. You can use a blender for this. It'll work out the same. I went ahead and pulverized this. Well, not pulverized it. I left it a little chunky. Why? Because that's all my food processor will give me. And it's coincidentally exactly what I'm looking for. However, if you can't replicate this texture, you'll be okay. It's up to you how chunky or not it is. So first chile we're going to use is chile morita. I had a couple of people ask me how do you spell it, and this is how you spell it. And that's how it looks. I'm about to add about 5 or 6 chile moritas to this mixture here. No need to de-seed. That is the point of this chile or salsa. Next up is chile de árbol tostado. Tostado means charred or toasted. Make sure you get this. This is important. If you don't have any of this, you might want to toast them yourself. That gives it a nice smoky flavor aside from the bonita, which also has a smoky flavor. I did 3 bunches. I like it spicy. I like it hot. What can I tell you? So I went to town with this, and as you can see, we have the complete mixture of garlic, morita, and chile de árbol all in one. I could have easily done this, each ingredient separately, but guess what? I'm lazy. Go ahead and put this on a sauce pot where it would all fit. Now that's important because oil expands with heat, and essentially we're going to be frying this. Now as you can see, it's all uniform in size. That's exactly what you want with this salsa. And now to season, we will add a generous pinch of salt here, kosher salt. Now we're keeping it very simple just so you can get the hang of this. Now we're going to add the oil. How much oil, Chivo? I don't know how much. Well, you're going to add the amount that you want. Meaning, if you want 8 ounces of sauce, there you go. If you want 12 ounces, there you go. A way to see if that's the amount that you want, just grab a spoonful, and if it feels or looks just the way you want it, there you go. And now if we go to the stove, put it on high heat until it looks like this. This is key because we are frying the moisture out of the garlic, out of the pepper, so that our salsa can be a little bit more stable. So once you get it boiling, we're going to reduce it down to a simmer until the garlic looks nice and golden brown. I don't know if you can tell, but the garlic is at the right point right here. Perfect. Now let this cool down before you put it into any other receptacle, unless that receptacle is made out of metal or it could withstand heat. Once it cooled down, I put it in a deli cup, and look at this beautiful salsa that you can use on any Mexican food or anything for that matter. So now you have the beautiful base of a salsa macha. It's probably better than your grandma's.